thing kind of going on. Hey, Ben, is it a ridiculous night, and is there a round table involved?
Oh my god, Brant, let me tell you, it's another ridiculous night as my round table joins me, Ben, the Ridiculous Riddick, and rants
Holy
concerning
fuck!
the nerd culture of yesterday and today. Joining me at my round table, the always lovely Nikki, the powerful Powell.
Oh, hi there, how's it going?
Run, run, run as fast as you can can't catch him. He's the ginger beard man, Kenny Haynes.
How's it going?
You asshole. And, of course, dear friend of mine, Brant Ramblin' Range.
Thank you very, very much, sir.
And he finally got his lower thirds up. I was concerned.
Yeah, I'm not wearing pants, so I thought something should cover the latter part.
I had to. I have company.
Yeah, this is true. I also had to wear pants today. It's unfortunate.
Sorry.
It's okay. It's all good. And joining me to my right...
Your actual right.
My actual right.
Yes.
Not the screen
Stage
right.
camera.
It's screen left.
Stage left.
Yeah. Is, I believe in Lacey Dent. You know,
Hello.
for you Batman fans out there.
Woo, Batman.
The Batman.
So, I thought... Exactly. I thought being...
You're wearing a Spider-Man shirt, by the way. That's
I
kind
am
of
wearing a
fucked up,
Spider-Man shirt, Brant.
Fucked up there a little bit.
Traitor.
You know what?
Ooh.
I'm not going to change right now for you.
She's
So,
not Lacey Parker.
You're right. She is not Lacey Parker.
No.
No.
You have in the background. No, not Batman.
No Batman in the background.
Drop it.
Unfortunately,
He's a
all the Batman
loser.
is actually in front.
Yes.
Of the
Just
That
like-
I
Just
can
like the
vouch for
sun,
that.
based on how you're glistening based on the light.
I mean, it's. I have a bat signal shining
It's
on
gonna
me.
get so
what it
warm
is.
so quickly.
It really does. You don't even know.
Oh, man.
Being the one that records this show every week,
With
it
the
gets
lights.
kind of hot.
That's alright.
It's
They make
also so he can
LEDs.
keep his chicken tenders warm that are off camera. So
You know,
it's like having a
oddly
heat
enough,
lamp.
we did eat chicken
We
tenders.
did. We did, and they are in the kitchen.
Mine are in my belly.
Well, at least they're not in front of his face like they usually are. Every time we start recording, he's like, no, it's another ridiculous night.
Hey, you know what? You know, I like
worry,
to bring some class to the show.
All I'm saying is that if you have a real
Yeah.
serious problem to talk to Ben about, he'll spare you the chicken tenders, but he will eat pasta. So,
Pastorito, man. Pastorito.
Pasta is
pastorito.
the worst food to eat around other people. That's just...
That's why he eats it on camera.
Yep. I actually did this. Brant had something very serious to talk to me about. It had to
And we
do
did.
with some kind of stock exchange thing, business startup, something crazy like that.
true.
And I was sitting there eating pasta the entire time.
But it was
he
good.
talking.
You were playing the straight man. I was pitching you, and you weren't making any sort of facial expressions. It was good. You were a real businessman.
I was really enjoying the food. It was delicious, by the way.
I'm sure you were.
Anyways, this week I thought it would be fun since we have Lacey here. New round table nerdy night. I thought it would be a good topic, or a good time to jump into the topic of why we game. Now that's obviously a very broad subject, so we're gonna have to go into some minute details.
Minutia,
the first
is that what you were
thing-
looking for?
I just wanted to do minute. I wanted to do this thing. Okay.
Small, circular...
I don't, cause
Details?
I don't know what this is, but I
No,
think
the
I can
glasses.
talk about
I know what this is, but it's not
Kenny,
a-
don't do that.
Anyways, I thought maybe to start, we could go over the first game you ever played. First video game.
A long time ago.
Not board game, not card game, video game.
First one.
Okay? And, Lacey, you're our newest member. I'm going to put you on the spot in front of these incredibly hot lights.
I
I thought you were going to say people and just.
thought
point
you
at
were
us.
going to say people too.
Well,
Nope.
I mean,
These hot...
I can't
lights.
lie, so,
Oh.
yeah.
No other brothers can deny.
First-
Okay, just go.
Baby got back.
Yeah, that's right.
Oh,
The first game that I ever played, the first probably one of the first memories that I have would probably have to be Sonic. I think.
The Hedgehog.
Yes.
Yes.
I think that would
Sega?
have to be. I think yeah, probably.
On what Sega system?
Oh,
Did
I was
you
like
play this?
6. Oh.
You're close to my age.
Yeah.
Ish.
Well, yeah.
So it had to have been
You'd have to
Sega
ask my
Genesis,
Grammy.
right?
She had. I had to be. She still has it, actually, in the spare room.
Oh.
Yeah.
So what we need to do is we need to go to Grandma Dent
We need to go to Grandma Den.
and ask her about this this Sega system.
The Sega system. It's
time to do a cutaway.
Probably.
Yeah.
To Grandma Dent.
What is Grandma Dent doing right now? Is she like sitting on the porch in her rocking chair, knitting, saying, "Oh"?
She's not a knitter. She's puffing a cigarette, drinking a glass of wine.
That sounds like my grandma.
Probably secretly playing. Like, yeah, she's probably going to town.
She's probably playing.
It was probably
Sonic right now.
it was probably on Genesis. I would assume, but
How did you like the Genesis? Because my first system was also a Sega Genesis, so I am very close to the Sega
and
Genesis.
you have I have
Very
no
close.
I have a special affinity for it, but I have no negatives really. I mean, I think it's classic, so I don't think you can fight what's classic.
No, you cannot fight what's
you
classic.
You can't say anything too bad about
Well, you
it.
can
It's old
if
school.
it's the boss of the game.
Yes.
Well,
Yes, you can, Nikki.
Just saying.
Very good.
that's fair.
So you know what game, besides Sonic, because I did play a lot of Sonic on
Yeah.
the Genesis, there are two other games that I played a lot on the Genesis. The first one that I have very fond memories of is Jurassic Park. Okay? Now, Jurassic Park, as you played through the game, you played different dinosaurs. So the first level, you played as those tiny little chicken dinosaurs that are like that big, and you're running around, and you have to fight the bigger dinosaurs, but you have to be smart about it. And then as you play, the best level, I remember, was getting to play as the Velociraptors. Because, oh my god, those things could jump everywhere and destroy
It was the ultimate.
everything. It wasn't even that fun to play as the human, because there was a level that you could play as a human, but you were shooting all the dinosaurs.
You hear that, everybody?
That's kind of fucked up.
Yeah.
Ben doesn't want to be human. Ben
He doesn't want
wants
to
to leave the human race and join the dinosaurs.
Join the dinosaur gang.
I do want to join the
Destroy
dinosaurs.
humanity, in fact, because
So
it's
it-
Jurassic Park.
The end of the game, you switched. That was the ultimate goal, was to become you become a human, and then you start shooting the dinosaurs.
Yeah, actually, the very last level of the game, you were a T-Rex fighting off velociraptors while humans were running around.
Okay.
But no, it was a fun game. Did any of you guys ever play the Jurassic
Never.
Park game?
No, my parents loved me. I had a Super Nintendo.
Oh, fuck you.
I mean, that's obviously what was happening in my world.
I was lacking on that.
No, I love the Genesis is really great. Never had one, but I had friends who had them, and I did play a good share.
You had
of Sonic.
friends. That is a very good statement that you're making.
Had.
More than you can say.
Had. Long time ago.
We used to be friends a long time ago.
What are you pulling some Darth Vader shit right now?
That is a Veronica Mars quote.
Thank you, Kenny.
But
Thank you.
I wouldn't have gotten that one. That would have been great.
But
Sorry, I was too
Kenny's my
busy.
best
I was
friend.
too busy watching other television.
hey, you know what?
Yeah.
Veronica Mars is grade A television.
It is, but I
I have to
haven't
say
seen
that.
the whole series.
Oh my gosh, it's on
I
Amazon Prime.
don't
You should
think
totally
I've-
watch it.
Seen more than a few episodes.
Oh.
I don't think I've ever seen any episode.
I don't even know if I've seen one. I think I just heard that they did a movie on it.
They did.
An awesome movie.
An awesome movie.
The door's right there.
I can't
Oh
go.
my god.
Oh.
I'm doing something. I can't
You
leave
know,
now.
Ben, the door is also over there.
Okay,
But I
I've
live
been,
here.
I've been
And
trying
it's also-
hard to
and it's
contain the
also right
pun.
there.
Your gaming Genesis happened on the Genesis, and I just want everybody to just fucking take a moment to understand that
Thank you.
that's a reality.
That's probably what the band name Genesis always gamed on also.
Yeah.
Peter Gabriel, really into Velociraptor, Dino Nugget Supreme, whatever the fuck that name. Name
The
that
other
was.
game that I played on the Genesis a lot was the Aladdin game.
Oh, you're fucking awesome. That's a rad game.
That game was so freaking amazing. Like, best, like, platforming, dodging, fighting, side-scrolling game ever.
I'm trying to pull back memories of that one. Because, God, that sounds... It also sounds like
It
something
was-
I could
it
have
was
created.
also-
Like, I could have made up that, like... I could have made up the fact that I played
The
that.
drugs that Ben has will make you dream up memories that you don't actually
It's
have.
probably what
It'll be a
Rashi's
whole
on right
new
now.
world.
Yeah.
A whole new...
Yeah. Indeed.
Hey.
But that game was also
Splendid.
ridiculously hard. That wasn't just me. Brant, you played Aladdin.
Yeah, but
Yeah.
here's the interesting thing about Aladdin from the 16-bit era. the SNES game and the Genesis game were completely different, and both of them are still extremely highly regarded.
Oh, okay. So the game that I played and the game that you played are completely different.
Yeah, but I have played some of the Genesis version and also agree that it is an excellent game.
Gotcha. Kenny,
Yes, Ben.
I want to hear your voice for a little bit. So tell me, what game and system did you get started on?
So I don't want to seem like I'm taking Lacey's story, but it's pretty much the same. My grandparents had Sega Genesis, and the
See?
only game I ever remember playing on it was Sonic the Hedgehog.
So now what we have to do?
Do you have a lot of
remember-
Do you have a lot of older siblings? Are you the youngest?
I'm actually the oldest.
Oh, okay. Because I was the very last grandchild of all of them, so I think that's why we had gaming consoles at Grandma's. Because we had, when I was 6,
honestly-
we had 12 and 13-year-olds running around.
I honestly don't know why there was a Sega Genesis at my grandmother's
Because
house.
your grandparents loved you. That's why.
That's probably
That's why.
Listen,
Probably
your
is.
grandma was sitting there with a glass of wine and a cigarette, and she's like, "Holy shit, Herb! They got fucking blast processing. We got to get that shit in our house right now.
Right this second.
Nintendo don't do that shit. So fucking kick that NES to the curb. Drop kick that fucker." And your grandfather, God bless his heart, drop kicked a Nintendo Entertainment System at your grandmother's behest.
He was the smart man.
Yeah, exactly. He didn't want any trouble. He''d been with your grandmother for 40 years. He knew what he was getting into if he
Why does
disobeyed.
Brant know my whole life story already?
I don't know.
That's
Brant
it.
is really good at
that
this.
wraps it up. That's pretty much all you need to know about Grandma and Grandpa Dan.
Yeah, six years of doing ayahuasca regularly, and I can see the future, the past, the
There
present.
you go. That will definitely help.
That's
Yeah.
true.
So now, here's what we need to do, of course. Everyone, well, maybe Nikki hasn't, but at least 4 of us have played Sonic on the Genesis. So we are going to have to get a big Sonic system next Extra Life and see who can do the fastest time on, like, certain levels.
Oh.
It'll probably
It's been
be
a while. I mean,
Listen to the excuses already pouring out. I mean, it's been a
I can't
while.
make any
I'll do
promises
it.
here.
I'll do it
Right?
and I'll
Let's
kick your
go.
asses.
Damn straight, Nikki! That's why
I've
you're...
never played it, and I'll kick all your asses.
I really want that to
She's
happen. If
probably
Nikki, if
right.
you're a Sonic the Hedgehog
That's
savant,
the spirit of a
I would
champion.
be so happy.
I'll play with my eyes closed.
Eye of the tiger, Nikki. Eye of the tiger.
Go for it.
I'm okay with Nikki winning. She needs 1 or 2 games to be able to win.
I do.
Oh, that's nice.
Yeah, that's...
That was kind.
Well, if you've ever heard our news trivia, I never win. So
Yeah, this is true. You're lucky, Nikki. I have no trivia for this week.
Nothing
Well,
that
I won this
like
week.
that and magically win.
Yes, Kenny. Yes. Nikki, I'm going to make Brant go last. So, what system and game got you started?
Super Mario Brothers on the NES.
Yeah.
On the NES.
Yep, it was my dad's, and he had that. So I would go. He had it set up on a TV in their bedroom, and I would go sit on the edge of their bed and play like every day. And I was really bad at it, which is why I never play Mario anymore. But that's the game that I remember playing, just like level 1 again and again and again.
Oh, yeah. I had a couple of games like that. Like, when I first got Jurassic Park, I think I played level 1 8 million times.
Well, and I was like 6 years old, so it's not like I knew that there were other levels, you know.
Yeah,
Well,
level
it's
1 was
like-
all you needed.
Yeah.
One
it's
was
not
all I
like you
needed,
cared.
yeah. Come back the next day, oh, okay, just play the same level again.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Brant, I guess we can finally talk to you.
Well, I'm glad you asked, Ben. Even though I was last, you piece of garbage. I did play a little bit of whatchamacallit, Super Mario Brothers on the NES at some friends' houses, but the game that really got me started, I'm looking at the cartridge right now, it's right in front of me, Super Mario World on the Super Nintendo. And I'm glad that you guys have shared your stories about playing the same level over and over again. If you've ever played Super Mario World, you know that there are these switch worlds where you jump on these switches and then you see like all of these switches go into the worlds and it changes the entire environment. I didn't know any of that stuff because I was 4, but I did like the animation of the blocks leaving the fort. Problem is, you can only do those levels once. So I would beat the first level, and then I'd go to the switch world, and then I'd go to the switch, and then I'd watch the animation, and I'd laugh, and then I'd walk up to the SNES, and then I'd hit the reset button, and then I'd do it over and over and over again for like evenings on evenings, and then eventually I played the game. But then I always had one save file free, so I could just go back and be like, "Yeah, it's my Switch World file. Fuck yes." part of what I do.
That's the way you play video games. You know something? Systems don't have reset buttons anymore.
Nope.
Why? Why are there no reset buttons?
Because computers work now. That's why.
Great point.
So let's see. The GameCube had one. So I guess the game. No, did the Wii have one? What was
I don't think the Wii.
Yeah,
there was the power. There was the eject. Was there one more?
I can tell you right now, looking at like the camera is sitting on top of my Wii U. Mm-hmm. There is no reset button on the Wii U for sure.
No, I mean the GameCube had one. Did the original Xbox have one?
Yes, it did.
Because I don't think
it was like a little button. There was the big power button, the eject button, and then a tiny button at the bottom.
No, well, you know what? The GameCube one had all three. It had the eject, the power, and I think it had a reset, but it was all the same size.
The PlayStation does technically have a reset button. It's just not a physical button. I'm pretty sure in options in the main menu you can go and hit reset.
Oh, yes, but that is brand new to their newest little operating system.
It's still not the same as a reset button.
Yeah.
It's not a button.
Does it have that crisp press-in feel?
Nope. Nothing will beat having to pull the cartridge out and doing the whole, like, trying to figure out, like...
You would have thought that you would... No, here's my pet theory. All like, 80s and 90s kids are secretly amazing at the harmonica based on that technique. I think we're all like exceptional blues harmonica players because of that kind of thing.
We just haven't tapped into that
No,
yet.
because we grew up in the 1980s and 90s. Who the fuck had a harmonica?
Who picks up the harmonica?
I'm sorry, who didn't have a harmonica?
I mean, I played it a little bit, but who's my dad? Fucking Howlin' Wolf? Like, I don't know who your
Put your harmonica right next to your yo-yo. Like, kept them all on the same table, ready to go.
Did you have a banjo too, or what?
Your aunt and uncle got you to piss off your parents.
No, that's fine. No, they also probably got you wooden shoes. Like, what weird world are you living in?
Well, I'd say, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I had my wooden clogs that I danced around in all the time. In my
You're
lederhosen.
foreign.
Brent,
Yeah, you're exempt. Foreign.
You also probably ate a lot of Kinder eggs.
Oh man, I ate so many Kinder eggs.
So did I. I'm so fucking...
Dude, the surprises inside are the best thing.
I was just at Cost Plus yesterday, and they just got Kinder candy galore there.
God,
Kinder eggs.
What the hell is Kinder candy?
The last time I went over to Europe, I asked my friends like, "Oh, you want me to bring anything back?" They're like, "Kinder eggs."
Yep.
Bring Kinder eggs.
No. So if you're a Kinder fan, now I know this.
Whoa! You can't say that because Kinder.
You gotta explain to Nikki what Kinder.
Kinder Nikki is an Austrian chocolate company. Mm-hmm. Okay, which your
like
favorite
Nestle or Hershey's
man
or whatever.
Yeah. Well, no.
Well,
Hershey's is liquefied cow
like
diarrhea compared to Kinder.
Anything comes from Ben's
It's the American version. What are you gonna do? We tried.
No, you failed. That's the problem.
You failed. There was no trying. It was.
Yeah. It's like
it was
Fanta
do not, as Yoda would say.
Oh, Fanta.
Fanta in Europe so much better than it is here. They also say Fanta here.
Anyway, so Kinder is really good chocolate, but the best Kinder chocolate were the Schokobons. Okay, they are these little they're about the size of a Cadbury egg, but inside it has like it's almost a milk center, a creamy center with crushed up hazelnut in it.
Oh god damn it!
And it is
a Cadbury egg.
No.
Yeah.
No.
Okay.
No.
We're gonna have to go and get the Kinder egg and the Cadbury egg. It's Easter time. It's very. Those are both 2 obtainable items.
Okay.
And then
bring it to Kind of Funny.
We'll bring it to Kind of Funny. That's what I'll do. I'll find some of these Schokobons and I'll bring them to Kind of Funny, and your whole life will be changed.
I want Nikki to do a Let's Eat of Cadbury egg versus.
So down.
Versus the whatever.
So down. Let's eat everything.
All the chocolate.
That sounds great.
Doesn't it?
Yeah.
Next episode, I'll see if I can bring some in. That's what I'll do. What were we talking about? Oh, why
First
we
games.
game. Why we game.
And then reset buttons, and then Kinder
Reset
eggs.
buttons.
Yeah.
It's a slippery slope when you ask me questions.
So these are the first games we played. But obviously, like for me, Jurassic Park and Sonic isn't necessarily what got me into gaming like I game now. Like, it was just something fun to do, in my free time. But, gaming became a lot more of a thing for me when I got my N64, and I had two games.
Oh, can I guess them?
That I played nonstop. One of them was Super Smash Brothers.
You're not letting me guess, but okay.
Okay. You have
So
one more.
I'm gonna guess Super Smash Brothers.
Okay, good job. There's one more.
Excellent work.
I was gonna say either if it's multiplayer games, GoldenEye or Mario Kart.
GoldenEye was really good, but unfortunately neither of those were it. It
All right.
was Star Wars Rogue Squadron.
That's an excellent game. That shit's like a technical achievement on that system.
It is fucking beautiful, man.
Yeah.
And they had cheat codes in that game where you could... I think I've said this millions of times on this show, but you could put in a cheat code and fly the Millennium Falcon, and the first thing that you would hear anyone say when you started firing was, "Wow, those quad cannons really pack a punch." It was like the first thing. It was so awesome. And then you could also put in a cheat code to get the TIE Fighter. And then, of course, you could fly as an X-Wing or a
Yeah,
Y-Bomber.
fuck that.
Yeah. Because the Millennium Falcon, I don't really see where the question is.
Exactly. If you're gonna fly a ship, it's got to be the Millennium Falcon.
Yeah.
And that ship was incredibly OP in that game, man.
And that's
Like,
the only time
it just annihilated everything. Those quad cannons really packed a punch.
It was also
Really
the most OG
accurate.
in
almost OG.
in the game. It was very OG.
So, what are the games that really got you guys to be like, "Oh man, video games are the best"? Ish.
Tony Hawk Pro Skater,
Tony
Yes.
Hawk Pro Skater.
Yes!
Crash Bandicoot Warped,
Also
and
great.
Spyro.
Also awesome. Oh, Spyro.
All three of them.
I
was
did
my
like me some-
this one.
You don't strike me as a Tony Hawk Pro Skater.
Oh, I used to
Oh,
play
I pro skated the shit out of that game.
Right?
Okay,
We really
I was
should.
the best pro skater around.
If my memory serves me, when you were playing multiplayer and you did like the tagging, right? Where you had the red tag and the blue tag and you did your tricks to tag the different... And, oh, that was so awesome.
Graffiti mode was amazing.
I'm gonna
Yes,
admit something
yep.
real fast.
What?
Never played a second of Tony Hawk. Pro
No?
Skater.
That
Oh,
was...
what a loser! Hey Ben, the door's right there.
Ben, we need to play
Hey,
that
Nikki,
game
hold on one
so
second. I think
fucking-
I have something for you right back here. Oh, look!
Oh!
I found it.
That's where I put that.
Yeah.
Too. I got it yesterday. I can give it to you now.
Oh, thanks.
This is such a nice thing to witness.
I know.
We appreciate each other so much.
Yeah, we're a big happy family here.
That Tony Hawk was the first time I ever really started figuring out how to smash buttons to, like, do
Oh, dude,
tricks.
I was
Like-
the biggest.
Like actually just button mash, or when you actually tried to learn combos?
Well, it was like a combination because my brother's 5 years older than me, so he would just kick my ass, and I was like, I got to do something, so I would just hammer the hand down, and then I start, then gradually you start to figure out what you're doing, and you start realizing, oh, this and then eventually, and the music oh man, the music was
Wait.
awesome.
You could do.
The music was the best.
You could what?
That's why everybody loves Goldfinger Superman.
I thought you just skated around.
No,
You didn't just skate around and.
no, you did objectives. You collected skate. You got the hidden tape.
Don't you think they would have only
The
made
hidden
one
tape.
if all you
I
did was
completely
just
forgot about that.
Yeah, and then you gotta
kick
have
and push?
Yeah, like three point scores. You got the high score, the pro score, and some other score, the high score, some whatever.
But graffiti mode was the best. That was pretty
Graffiti
much
mode is
the
great. I actually
one.
no. You know what the best was? Because I was an adolescent boy, and actually
What are you trying to say?
prepubescent boy. And just immature in general, so I loved horse mode, and we would just put swears in it. So, like, we just have cocksucker as the thing, so that whoever lost, it would just say, "You are a cocksucker" on the thing. And I was like, "I'm 12, and you're a cocksucker." The TV says so.
Maybe it was Pro Skater 2 that I played.
You could still call somebody a cocksucker in that video
Is
game
that what it
through
is?
means.
Yeah, I think it was Pro Skater 2, because the cover of the first one doesn't look very familiar.
Tony Hawk's
Which
Pro Skater
one-
2 is probably the best one of the
Yes,
Which
because
one?
Cyclone by the Dub Pistols was such a good song.
Yep, it was.
Yep,
God
it
damn
was.
Those games are so good.
I know exactly what you're talking about, and I'm
Ben, we're gonna
agreeing
play
with
the
things
fuck
you
out of
say.
that game when I come over next.
Okay, I'm game.
I can't. Yeah, it's fine.
We're gonna drink alcohol and play Tony Hawk's Pro Skater, and everyone's invited. I'm inviting everyone to Ben's house for alcohol and Tony Hawk's Pro Skater.
Oh, okay, all right. I'll let Lee know, and she'll be incredibly happy about all that.
There's gonna be alcohol and video games.
Oh.
She's
There's all the listeners you're inviting, right?
No.
Yeah. Oh, please, God, no, please don't.
No.
That's already so. This thing has been happening to me lately, and I don't know why it's just recently started happening, but I have had just in the last week 3 different people join while I'm playing Destiny that I don't know, and literally just say, "That's ridiculous."
Yes.
That's all. That's great.
3 people, and they're like 5 years old, and I feel terrible. So I apologize to all of my 5-year-old little listeners that listen to this show and have to listen to us curse all the time.
I mean, they
But
might
I don't
also
give
just
a
be
fuck,
making. I think
okay?
they just might be making like a pun based on your name. You don't need to listen to the show to say that's ridiculous when you see the name Riddick.
Brant, you do know what my name on PSN is, right?
Is it what? Is it? Wait, yeah. Oh, okay. All right, makes
Ice
a little more sense.
Dragon.
Yeah.
Fuck.
Please, Shuhei, let us change our names.
Yeah, you are. Oh, I remember. That was very weird. Does she? No. Yeah, Lacey. Very quick story. When I met Ben, he gave me his PSN name right after he told me that he'd murder his grandmother. So it was a very weird thing where I was like, "Oh, Ice Dragon."
Nikki, where was the door again? Could
30.
you direct me?
To the left.
All the thing he owns in a. That was a weird day.
Look, we were asking if we could get away with one crime.
What
What would
it
it
be?
be?
I didn't know Ben, and Ben immediately, without thinking of it, said "murder my grandmother." You could understand why that was a little.
want to get away with? Well, yeah, I wouldn't want to carry that around on
No.
my
That's
conscience.
fucked up.
I'd toss that shit real quick. I don't want to think about that. Oof.
I
It's
really,
an unrelated topic.
I really hope my
grandmother's
grandparents.
alive.
Yes, my grandmother is
Making
alive,
sure.
and I really hope she doesn't listen to this. I don't think she listens to this. Who am I kidding?
That'd be nice, though.
That'd be so nice, Ben.
So we've talked about Tony Hawk. Kenny, what is the game that got you into gaming?
I've got 2.
You've got 2. I
Yeah,
can't wait to hear them.
They're all on the N64, and I think they are equally as good. The first one is Perfect Dark.
Excellent.
Have that sitting right there.
That was an amazing game. Number 2,
Ooh, the gun that could shoot through walls in that game. Remember that? The X-ray sniper?
yep.
Oh, that
Tell
was
me it's
so cool.
Banjo-Kazooie. I want somebody to say something about
No,
Banjo-Kazooie.
that's close. Diddy Kong Racing.
I thought you were going to say Banjo-Tooie, and I was going to flip the table.
You said Diddy-
You should have given that to me.
What did he say?
Diddy Kong Racing.
Diddy Kong Racing?
Yeah.
That game was amazing.
Just so you know, Lee is sitting in the background going, "Oh, I love that game." That is exactly what she did, listeners.
It's the poor man's Mario Kart.
No, it's probably a better game than Mario Kart.
Yeah, you know what?
That's a great way.
It actually had a story in it. It was pretty.
Not
damn-
only that, you had 3 different types of vehicles. You had like better power-ups that you could actually power up by hitting the same balloon. There's a lot
and
to
the
love about the
levels
game.
were actually absolutely amazing in multiplayer. Like, absolutely great. That game rocked it. Like, that game's close to overtaking Perfect Dark.
Oh, wow.
But that game, yeah.
They could not be more different.
No, they could not.
They could be.
All right.
Possibly.
Thank you.
Possibly.
Okay.
Possibly.
What's the third one? Didn't you say there were 3?
I only said there were 2. But I also played a lot of...
I believe in Lacey Dent said that she heard 3 also. So,
You gotta have a third now.
now you have to have the third.
Well, then fine.
Make it up.
Mm-hmm.
Here you go. Banjo-Kazooie.
There you
God
go.
damn it.
No.
That game is the
You asked
bomb
for
digging.
it.
It is. I did
Right.
like that game, too. That was a great game.
Wait, what about Star Wars Pod Racing?
Never
Anyone
played
play
it.
that?
That game was alright.
Yes. Yes. Oh, Rant's not impressed.
No.
No.
Rogue
Certain
Squadron
level
is such
if
a
he wants
better
to
game in
see.
like every annal, even though it's different.
Oh, there was also that Star Wars game where you played as a bounty hunter, and you had like a jetpack. I don't remember what it was called, but I played that one a lot. It was also a first-person shooter.
Was it on the PC?
No, it was on N64. It might have been on PC too, but I played it on
consoles.
N64.
There were a lot of Star Wars games that came out because the first prequel came out during the N64 era.
Yep. That's why pod racing is on the N64.
Yes, I understand that.
That makes sense.
So Brant,
Yep.
your turn. Game that got you into gaming.
Oh, dear sweet mother of God. There's the multiplayer games that many of you have mentioned, so you have Diddy Kong Racing and Perfect Dark. I loved GoldenEye, even though I
He's going to
was
say a Zelda game.
like
Oh
6.
no, you can't take Zelda. I've been saving that one.
I don't know why we loved... I had an older cousin named Jeff, and he loved GoldenEye, so when I got my N64, my mom's like, you can get one game with it. And she's like, would you like Mario? And I was like, no, GoldenEye. And to my mother, she must have been like, why? First of all, you don't even know what James Bond is. Second of all, this game has a picture of a man with a gun on it. What about Mario? And I'm like, no, I refuse to get Mario. I really just want GoldenEye. So that game was really important. But yeah, Legend of Zelda Ocarina of Time, my favorite game of all time. It's so good. So good. So good. And I think the reason it resonated with me is that a game came out when I was 7, and Link is 7 as a child. So it just felt like, oh, I'm controlling a kid who also goes into big things and swings a sword and like kicks a whole bunch of ass. Then he grew up, and I'm like, I haven't hit puberty yet. And then I got to understand it on a different level when I was older.
And you, just like Link, grew up in the Kokiri Forest.
Yeah, I also grew 7 years in one action. I just looked at a sword and I was like, fuck. This is...
So
I gotta buy new clothes.
How it works.
Is that also after you healed the tree?
Yeah, no. I spent much of my childhood going into trees and the mouths of animals and ran in
There you
caves.
Yeah.
Then
Do you have a horse?
I got the horse when I was older, after stealing it from a ranch.
Yeah.
Not my proudest moment, but you know the owners were dead.
No, you won that fair and square.
That
Brant.
horse wanted to leave.
That's true.
And everyone knew it. He wasn't happy.
Because if I remember correctly, you played her special song.
That's true, which I learned from a woman when she was a young girl, and then I grew up and I still remember the song. And you know, my life has a lot of parallels with Ocarina of Time.
Are you sure they didn't like rip the story off your life? You probably should.
You should sue.
Yeah.
Listen to a lawsuit there.
All right, the opposite happened. I really played Ocarina of Time and like wished my life was like that, and just went out searching for trees and beasts and forests and
Just hoping.
caves. I was like, Link didn't need food, Mom. I'm just gonna go and find a bag of bombs.
That's exactly right.
Hey.
You heard it here, TSA. Brant has a bag of bombs.
Ben,
You're welcome,
I thought
Brant.
there were ball
You're a
bombs
dick.
or ball bombs or no.
no, bombs. I mean,
No, that's
I
Mario.
wish that would have been cool. That would have been cool if you threw the bomb and it just like kind of walked. I mean, the bomb shoots are a little like that, but. All right, so I'm not going to nerd out over Zelda anymore. So please, somebody else speak.
Okay. Do you want to nerd out over Zelda? Is that the game you were going to say what got you into gaming?
I'm gonna be honest. 2 of already Smash Bros was
Smash Bros. is
a
pretty awesome
GoldenEye
game.
was huge because my brother, I played what he played because you didn't buy video games for the little girl. My parents bought them for my brother, and I played whatever was around.
Because video games aren't for girls.
That's kind of fucked up.
I think my parents just assumed that I didn't have interest, and they probably also didn't want to buy 2 separate. I was never like a Barbie kid.
Those systems were not cheap.
They
having
probably, they
multiple-
probably were just like, you're gonna play whatever we buy for him.
Well, thank God,
Fair
a bunch of the
enough.
games on N64, 4 controllers and a lot of multiplayer games. So you know, kind of worked out a little
we
bit.
played. I don't know what got me into GoldenEye. I don't know what I enjoyed about it the most, and it sounds a little aggressive, but I was a little fascinated with picking up all the different guns. Like, I really liked seeing the different, learning about them. Like, I thought it was interesting, like, how they fired differently. It was cool to me.
It was science.
Yeah. But, I played Donkey Kong on Game Boy a lot, too. I spent a lot
Oh my gosh,
of time.
That is an
completely
incredible game.
Just forgot about Game Boy.
A lot
I
of
don't know
time
why.
playing Donkey Kong Game Boy. Like, just head down, just going to town. Yeah. A lot of car rides, though. I think that's why I started investing a lot
My
of
family
time.
traveled a lot too, so Pokemon was the game
I was
that
gonna say,
played
is
a
anybody
lot.
gonna bring up Pokemon?
I
Yeah.
have hundreds of hours put into Pokemon Blue.
Pokemon
And then
Blue.
still the unopened Pokemon Red that's at my parents' house.
Unopened.
Unopened.
Because you didn't
No.
need it. Because all you
I
needed.
didn't. Pokemon Blue had everything I needed.
If you're
And
wondering
it
if
was
that's
blue.
worth money, you'll be disappointed to find out it's not. It's like I thought my Charizard card was just gonna throw down.
That's
And
right.
Oh, it's so
It's in
sad.
mint condition.
Do you
man.
remember how much people wanted that Charizard card?
Yeah,
Yeah.
there was like bloodlust on the
Because
schoolyard.
Charizard did 100 damage with his attacks.
Don't
We
you
never
meant to
played the
tell
actual
me.
card game.
I kept that thing locked down. I don't know how I actually made it from move to move to move, and it's still stuck with me all these years. Every time I've moved, I didn't seek
Because
it
it's
out.
an amazing card.
I didn't seek it out like, oh, gotta remember to pack the Charizard card. Like, but it just always popped up. Like, dang, I still have this. Awesome.
No, because the Charizard card it chose you, and so now you're destined to carry it always. It's kind of
I also liked it because it was so shiny.
It's holographic, yo.
Yeah.
It was shiny,
That-
and who doesn't like a fucking dragon? It was just, oh man,
Yeah,
his
a
presents.
freaking fire-breathing dragon.
Just why
That's
not?
why. That's why Ben's PSN name's Ice Dragon.
Yep,
The
that's exactly
awesome
it.
Dragon.
That's why.
What was your starter Pokemon?
In Pokemon Blue, my starter was Bulbasaur,
Me too.
Well,
and I wreaked havoc with
Also,
Bulbasaur.
my favorite Pokemon of all time is Bulbasaur. Love that guy.
Really? Your favorite Pokemon of all time?
All-
So, the Pokemon that I kept for the entire game, I actually did not let it evolve, was Cubone. I
You-
fucking loved Cubone, man.
What do you got against Marowak?
Just Cubone's fucking adorable.
By the way-
He's he is the Bruce Wayne of Pokemon.
Master Wayne.
His mother was murdered, so what he does
Lavender
is
Town.
he wears her skull on his head and fights shit. It's amazing.
All right, so that is fucking amazing. Lavender Town was scary as hell when I was a kid. That music is like really foreboding.
Haunting.
Yeah, that's why haunters and ghastlies are there. But okay, so here, I think the coolest job of all time, or the most fun, the localization team had was like, we have 151 monsters. We need 151 puns. Let's go.
Oh.
Charmander, got it. Cubone, got it. All right, what about, there's two snake Pokemon. Well, okay, snake spelled backwards, Ekans. What about Cobra spelled backwards with a K? Arbok, got it. High five.
Exactly.
Done.
Perfect. Done.
They rolled through that in 2.5 minutes. They had all of them done. Like, all right, submit.
Yeah,
This is the final draft. We're
The day
done.
before they had to make the game, they didn't have any of the names in.
but what, I mean, like, the thing is, as I got older, I didn't know what, like Char was when I was 7, but now I'm like, oh yeah, of course that has to do with fire. But how
Right.
some of them were really lazy. Like, oh, there's this Pokemon named Mew. And then there's this other one that was kind of made for Mew. Mewtwo, done. Book it. Open shut case, Johnson. Mewtwo. Put it in.
That game was awesome. I mean, come on. The three legendary birds.
Zapdos.
Uno, Dos, Trace. Come on.
Yes.
Articuno, Zapdos, Moltres.
Trace. 1, 2, 3.
Boom, boom, boom.
Yeah.
Zapdos is my favorite.
I have a Zapdos card.
I thought you were going to say, I have a Zapdos, and I'm like, is that why you...
I have Zapdos.
Where you get the electricity to keep your fucking heat lamp on you?
Yep, that's
It's
it.
just hooked up to
I
like,
actually.
the talon of a Zapdos.
So we've all talked about the games that got us into gaming. What has kept you guys gaming? Okay, so like when I asked that question, is obviously games have changed a lot since we started gaming. Kenny's face, I'm looking at it right. Oh, it changed. It was frozen in this like
Big old grin. Just. Ah.
for a really long time. It was scaring me.
I think he's frozen again, too.
Yeah.
Or he's holding
No, he's holding it. That's just.
That's impressive.
See, that's exactly what he's doing.
We should all just
Moved
start messing with people.
Games have changed a lot. I mean, the simplicity of things like Super Smash Brothers, GoldenEye, they had some semblance of a story to them, but games have gotten bigger. We have huge story-based games like the Mass Effect series. We have massive multiplayer games like World of Warcraft or what's the one you played? League of Legends. and all sorts of other stuff like that. And Kenny is holding his goddamn face again, and it's driving me nuts.
Can't stop it. I just
Can't stop, won't stop.
So what is it that keeps you gaming? Brant, tell me your story.
Well, first, obviously, EA Sports. It's in the game, so I think that's a blanket answer.
Why would you
for
not?
everyone. I don't know. Probably indie games. Like my favorite franchises as a child have carried over, so I'm still like a huge fan of Zelda and Mario and.
So how stoked are you about a Zelda game coming out soon?
Oh man, it would
Wii
be
U.
great if it wasn't delayed.
Yeah.
But I would, whatever. There are all of these. So the industry, you're right. The industry has moved on. So now people are taking less risks because video games cost more and more money to make. So there's a risk reward there. But because of the internet largely and digital distribution, there are these indie developers who are taking some of the game concepts and mechanics from games that we used to kind of love and that have become maybe a little less profitable, and they've started making them. And they've made them kind of on their own, and also now, or it was more in vogue a couple of years ago, but through Kickstarter. So now we have a new Tim Schafer game that, we have Broken Age, which half of it came
Because
out
I'm sure
last
Tim
year.
Schafer really needed to use
Whatever. Fuck it.
Kickstarter to
I
make a
funded
video
it.
game.
I dug it. I liked
But why
it.
would you not when that platform exists?
Yeah.
Why would you put it in when you've got people like Brent that are like, I'd put in for that. I'd do
That's
it.
true. I mean, I don't know what even Double Fine was doing at that point. It's not like they were doing anything particularly, I don't know if they had a ton of money in the coffers. Or you couldn't also gauge interest, you know what I mean? Because, like, if you just put a poll on your site, like, hey, would you buy a new adventure game from us? Like, okay, we have a lot of people, but will that actually translate into sales when we actually put the time and money into making this? So, I'm not a gigantic fan of, like, all games coming from Kickstarter from, like, larger, well-known studios. I think it's still very worthwhile for smaller ones. But I guess to wrap it all up is the indie game movement certainly keeps me very, very interested in gaming.
Good answer, Brant. Good answer.
I can be studious when I want to.
Sometimes. Mm-hmm. Lacey, what keeps you gaming?
Well, you started it off with a really good point of part of the reason I think a lot of people keep gaming is as it gets broader and the world becomes bigger of gaming, you would need that as you age and as you're playing these games, you need more complexity within the game in order to kind of keep you in it. I think part of the reason we love the classics is because they're the classics, but if games that were coming out were still at that level, I think you would find it limiting. But for me, there's a couple reasons. The ability to create a whole world and the interaction within is just beyond cool to me. That you can just dive into a world and you can play the same game 600 times and you can go a different route every single time. So
Some might say you can go your own way.
God damn
I
it,
heard
Ben.
that Journey said that once or twice, but
Once or twice.
Believe
I don't know.
Max said that
Yeah,
too.
that was Fleetwood Mac.
oh, that was Fleetwood Mac. Oh, no one told me that.
I really wasn't gonna say anything, but then Nikki
No.
said it. And I'm like, yeah, that
Sorry.
was from rumors.
Just
No.
came out.
Ben will edit that out.
No, that's something you need to let somebody know about.
And I just
you
believed
don't.
you. on
I
it,
know.
so,
See, you can't just roll with it.
You
gotta,
don't let someone live life confusing Journey and Fleetwood Mac.
Yeah, those
No,
are
you
two different
don't.
things.
You don't, because you.
You could say any way
Fleetwood
you
Mac,
wanted
he's the
it.
one that makes
That
the
would have been
computers,
like,
right?
Yeah, Fleetwood Mac. He made all the computer.
That's what I thought.
All the computer stuff.
That's what I thought.
But that was a big reason was the creativity element for me and the ability to build these worlds and go these different routes was just fascinating. But I mean, part of the reason that I still do it is because it's just fun.
It is
just
fun.
It's
so
really fun.
much
It is so much fun.
And you're never gonna reach an age where it's not fun. It is still just as fun now as it is then. There's a lot of when you're playing multiplayer games, obviously, there's camaraderie there's a lot of really good reasons to keep gaming. I would not judge the people that stop, but I would question their character a little.
you'd be very suspicious.
I would. I'd be like,
Like-
you used to love gaming and now you don't. Did something happen?
I think that probably happens if they become vegans. I think that also kind of
I've
like
heard that.
Yeah, that makes
There's a
sense.
big-
Veganism and
That's
video
gonna be the
games
new one. That's
don't
gonna be
go
like,
together.
I'm vegan, I do CrossFit, I don't game.
And I don't
Oh my
game.
god.
No.
Can't
I'm
wait
an
to hear
avid
those
phone gamer.
assholes.
And
That's-
you know
that's-
you will.
Oh yeah.
That's the Triforce of...
Do you know how you can
Of
recognize a phone
douchebaggery.
gamer?
That's the
they'll tell
douchebag
you.
Triforce.
They'll tell you.
Vegan
They'll tell
CrossFit don't game.
Right? But that the other thing for me was like the stress factor, being able to just totally like focus over here and like dive into that world and forget about when I was growing up. I did a lot of competitive sports and like I enjoyed it. I wasn't pushed into it, but I did it, and so I didn't have a ton of free time. But when I did, I could just dive into that and
Be more competitive again.
yeah, and just be even more competitive.
Well, then it's
But-
like even games are so stressful, but they give you a different stress and they take away from the stress that you're feeling from life, which is great.
You can also take a lot more chances, and I mean, you can.
Well, I
you're
agree.
doing
If you
things
have
in gaming, that
if
you're
you
not
have
gonna be able
8
to do in
lives, you
real
can definitely
life.
just jump into a pit.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
You're like, can I take this boss right now? I've got enough lives.
I won't
might
get
as well
stressed
just
until
try
my
it.
last 2 lives.
Exactly.
Yeah, I don't live my life under those rules. Like, oh my God, why'd you just jump out of a plane? Well, I might have another life. I don't know. Does 0 lives count, or is there
I
only
might
one
be a
life?
cat. You don't know that.
Yeah, you don't know. I might be a cat.
You don't know me.
Meow.
I jumped out of a plane. I did all right.
All right.
Well, that's
I
because
did
you have
not.
extra lives.
Exactly. Well, I had to jump up extra high and bloop, bloop and get the extra. And now,
Wait, whoa! Let's be honest though. So you jumped out of a plane. Were you using star power at the time?
That's
Yes.
cheating.
Because that's like a competitive aid or whatever. You should be
It's
disqualified.
like steroids
yeah.
when you're out on the field.
you
man.
need those in order to jump out of a plane.
steroids.
Yeah, you would want them, I think.
Oh.
Some extra strength in case you need to hold on to something while you're falling.
So you can
see-
grab onto a cloud
Yes.
just in case.
You grab that cloud and you just hold on tight.
Yeah.
No, I had the enchanting cloud of enchantment from Diablo 3. So I mean, I was just it was
You were fine.
up
Yeah.
and at 'em. Yeah.
I mean, that's all you need.
Yeah.
I had the special boots that you wear that completely eliminate fall damage. So
Fancy.
There you go.
Those must have cost you a lot, though.
I was gonna say I didn't have that much
But-
gold.
about
Yeah.
5,000 glimmer. Let me tell you.
You gotta save up for that.
Yeah.
Kenny,
Ben,
what keeps you gaming? What keeps you gaming, Kenny?
what keeps you gaming? I'd say it used to be story. I love games with great storylines. I love reading. I love watching movies. I love story. But lately,
Kenny, let me ask you a question before you go on. Do you like story?
well, you know what? The thing about story is, yeah, I really like story. But
Okay.
Because you're telling us a really long one right now. I'm wondering where it's going.
fine, you know what? Nikki, you go.
No, Kenny,
No,
come
come
on.
on.
Come on, Kenny.
For fuck's sake.
But
I'm the knight. We have the round table. I'm the jester. That's what I do. It's part of my shtick.
right, and you're making my story longer. So
Yes, there we go. Canterbury Tales. Go.
But as of the past few years, I haven't had time to play lengthy games or anything like that. But the thing that keeps bringing me back to gaming is playing with friends, interacting with other people. I live across the country from Ben. Most of the time that I get to talk to him and interact with him is through gaming. My
That's
father,
exactly what I was going to say,
yeah, my father got a PS4 not too long ago.
which is hilarious.
That's awesome.
We still need to play Destiny with your father.
I did earlier today, so I got to game a little bit with my father. It keeps me in touch with people that are further away, and
And your dad is really far away from you.
well, when you work 6 days a week and 12-hour shifts, yeah, sometimes 2 hours away. It's hard to drive that far sometimes.
I've heard it both ways.
Preach.
But yeah, it gives you a little something extra to do than just pick up a phone. It gives you something to work together towards, something to actually interact with. So, as of the past few years, that's what really kept me with gaming.
Yeah. No, I have to agree. I mean, I love story in games, but I've actually found that I enjoy the more in-depth stories when I play on my handhelds. Like, if I'm going to play a Vita game, I'd rather have a good story then if I'm gonna sit down in front of the TV, I'm like Kenny. I want to be able to have that multiplayer experience. I want to be able to game with friends. I mean, I've moved a lot in my life, so I have
How much?
a lot.
Ben, do you like story?
Yeah, and the story is great.
I don't think Brent likes story.
I don't think Brent likes story either. I think he's a story.
The great irony is that I love RPGs and I'm a story fanatic. I don't know.
No, I think he's a story snob. He doesn't really
Story's not well. If it doesn't have to do with like the healer lost their parent from the conflict, and then there was a change of heart and all that other nonsense that's in every JRPG,
then you're not into it.
then I'm not into it. Or giant trees that you enter.
Some of us enjoy that medieval story archetype.
Oh, dude, we will be good friends. My cousins used to say Brant only buys games with swords and shields in them, and I'm like, yeah, pretty accurate.
It's because you can't use them today.
Yeah, it's true. And we are knights.
We are knights.
We are.
We use swords and shields all the time.
Mm-hmm.
Every day.
But yeah, I mean, being able to still communicate with people that I was friends with in New Jersey or Florida or, you know, even around here, it's a really nice thing to be able to do. I think it's a great way to keep in touch with people. Nikki,
What?
you've been very quiet this episode, man.
I know.
And I just want to know why you game.
I
Bro.
guess I can tell you.
Do you even game? Bro.
So I know story's been brought up a lot.
Wait.
So I'm not-
Wait.
I'm
Wait,
not
what is
gonna
this
bring
thing
it
that
up.
you're talking
She's
about?
not going.
I don't know any stories because none of these games have any stories that keep me remotely interested at all. And they're all the same. They're all the same exact story. I'll tell you that. I'm lying. So
I didn't bar, but
so I love books and movies and TV, right? Because it's just a lot of stuff that I can get lost in that's not my own
Kenny,
life.
you liked books and movies and TV.
No
I
way.
never said TV, but I mean, you could throw that in there.
Okay.
So I'll reiterate what everyone else has said. Story keeps me in. The change and the amount of them that are out there is great. I like that I can just pick up a game and play for 5 minutes, or I can sit down and 8 hours later I come out of a game. You know, like it's something that you can do for a long time. It's something that'll keep you occupied for 5 minutes or whatever. And I don't know, like you guys said, it's just fun. Like there's no reason to not play a game. I don't like people that don't like
Keeps you
games.
young.
They're sketchy.
Totally young.
Do you not
Virtual
like
fountain of
vegans
youth.
or CrossFitters either?
I don't. So non-gamers, vegans, and CrossFitters.
I think the only people that do are other vegans and other CrossFitters.
I think
Yeah,
we should
these are
make that
terrible
our
people.
T-shirt. The douchebag Triforce.
It shouldn't be yeah.
CrossFit, vegan,
A
non-gamer.
Triforce, and each of them has the name of what it is in there. Yeah.
Indeed. So, last question of the show, guys. What game are you playing right now, Lacey?
Gosh, I'm playing League. I've been in it for a while now, maybe about a year. No, it's probably been about 2 years now, and I'm really enjoying League. I had not
Kenny, that's that game that you like so much, right?
No, I play Dota.
Dota, which I have not gone into Dota, but I have heard things of similarities and
they're-
differences, and
Yeah, they're the same type of game. I've never played League of Legends, so
there you
I
go.
thought Kenny was about to go the douchebag route and say, yeah, they're the same game, except Dota's good.
I thought he was going to say that too. Except Dota is a game you would want to play, and League.
I'm not falling into your baited trap, Ben. I know what you're trying to do.
Yeah, League. I've been really into that for a while now. I need to switch it up.
The-
I'm
the
ready for a
LOL.
new one now.
The LOL.
Lol.
This is what people abbreviate it as. I'm hip. I'm cool.
He's with it.
Yeah. Brant,
Yes.
Let's do it.
shut your goddamn mouth. Okay.
So that
Now,
makes
what game are
sense.
you playing right now?
Right now I'm podcasting, Ben, so I'm not playing anything.
Oh, you're such a smart guy.
Burn.
Just sounds like someone that can't multitask.
No, I can't. I cannot multitask. I can unitask like a motherfucker. But I can't
Sounds like someone that doesn't like stories.
I hate stories. By the way, guys, I wanted to come on tonight show to tell you that I'm a vegan. I don't play video games, and I've joined
Hey,
CrossFit.
Brant, the door's right there.
I'm just going to rename this episode The Door is Right
The
There.
door is right there. Yeah, every single one of us has been asked to leave by everybody else.
Yeah. Kenny hasn't been.
No one's asked Kenny to leave.
Yeah. Kenny's just been there.
Kenny, you love too many stories. Leave.
That's because he's just freezing on his own, but I can't tell if it's a psych out or not.
Let's see. What am I playing right now? Diablo 3, Ultimate Evil Edition on the PS4. That's what I've been playing.
All right. Kenny, what are you playing?
What am I playing?
What are you playing?
What am I playing? I don't know. I've just been playing a lot of Destiny, kind of just waiting for something else to come out. Been a little bored.
I got that helmet, Kenny, from my
You know what,
Warlock.
Kenny? Now
So
you
it
can
can be
leave.
32
Maybe
now.
Something to come out. There's so much shit out right now. If you can't find something,
I'm sorry, Ben. What were you saying?
doors right there.
You say, what are you playing? Do you notice that he's got his little scrap? Yeah.
Let's look.
You see
So we
his
brought
sketch,
Kenny up.
his manipulatable sketch doll that's in the back there, where his hands seem to be placed at this current point in time.
They were-
Where
yeah.
they've been placed.
That one.
Inappropriate.
Noticed that immediately, and it's been very distracting.
His little
Just boop, boop.
model has been jacking off behind him this entire
It-
time.
no,
DJ Diddle.
What have you been sketching lately?
All right, Dane Cook.
Hey, that gives you two very distinctive hand positions to draw. The hand
That's
is
what I told my mom when she caught me. I said I was using very distinctive hand position. I need to draw. An artist needs to be left alone. That's why I lock the door. Get out of my office studio.
I'm creating, Mom. I'm creating.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh my god.
There you go.
Exactly.
There you go.
He's no longer jacking off.
That's the second thing that I did when my mother caught me. It was the same.
Yeah, I was about to say that. That does look like that. No!
No, that was two very similar things.
No, please no.
All right, now that you've gotten a window into my adolescence, let's button this thing up.
Yeah. Nikki, what are you playing?
Do I have to pick one?
Yes.
Assassin's Creed Unity.
Still? Are you still liking
Well,
it?
if I could tell you 2 other games, then I would tell you 2 other games, but you told me no because I'm
Fine,
not
Nikki.
between-
What other 2 games are you
I would
playing?
like to hear the other 2 games.
Well, now that you asked so rudely, I don't know if I want to tell you.
Lacey
Nikki, do they have
really wanted
story?
to know.
Nikki, would you?
Ew, I want to know. I need
Also,
something
Lacey.
new.
Lacey, I'm also playing Sims 3 because I regressed back into old games when they're cheaper than the newer ones, and I'm also playing Persona 4 Golden still.
Oh man,
Yeah.
I'm still going for the platinum in Persona 4.
I'm going to be
Gold.
playing that for at least a year, just so you know. Every time you ask me that question, Persona 4 Golden will be somewhere in there.
That game is so good. I cannot wait for Persona 5 to come out.
I can, because I still need to finish Persona 4.
Okay.
So she needs this time.
Yeah.
Plenty of time.
All right, guys. Guys, it's been another ridiculous night. Remember, you can follow us all on Twitter. I am at Ben Riddick. Lacey Dent is El Dente, but she spells it dumb. ELLEDENTY.
That's awesome.
Adolescent
Again,
mistakes.
James goes away, and I still have to spell someone's goddamn Twitter name.
No, but I'm also here.
Oh,
So.
I don't want to be the Jane. Oh.
You gotta change your Twitter now, honey.
No, she's too pretty to be a James.
We need
Oh,
to-
that's very
Thank
kind of
you.
you, Brand.
Wait, do you have a girlfriend that teaches English?
Okay, just let's.
That's for the
I
after
don't
show.
want to have to cut a bunch of this show out because James might listen to it.
No,
we're
we
just
won't.
playing, James, he knows that, right?
James has a good sense of humor.
Yeah,
Right,
James does
James?
have a good sense of
We-
humor.
And a bad
love
sense
James.
of timing. Anyway, so everybody else.
Nikki
Yeah.
can be found on Twitter at Harlequin103, Kenny at Kenneth Scott H, and Brant at BRanj, BRANJ.
Thank you very much.
Don't forget to follow the podcast at Riddickulous RT. Like us on YouTube, subscribe on iTunes, and just let us know how much you love us. Guys, it's been another ridiculous night. Remember, you can't spell ridiculous without Riddick.
Riddick.
Assholes.